Hello everyone, and welcome to the Black Thumb. Everyone, once in a while, has had some plants. They were looking peaked, and they might have even died. But I'm going to give you step-by-step instructions how to revitalize and get your plant, in this case, a nice rose bush, looking good and blooming to its fullest capability. So first, I've been doing this since I was little. My father had a garden, my mother had flower beds all around the house, so from a small age I was always de-weeding and planting in the garden. So this is something I've been doing for a long time and enjoyed it very, very much. There's no reason why even the blackest of thumb cannot take care of their plants and repot them into a different pot. Okay, first off, what you need. You need a good pot. It's bigger than the one you had your flower in. You need some good dirt. You can get the dirt from good topsoil from any hardware store or home improvement center. Anywhere like that will be able to suffice just fine. Also some fertilizer. It can be a mixture of Miracle-Gro for outside plants. It can be a pre-mixed fertilizer for certain plants, or it's just some good old cow waste. And something else you use is humus. But don't let them point you in the direction of the spread department at the store and give you something like a dip. That's a different kind of humus. You want the stuff that comes in a bag and it's fertilizer. So we're going to get started. We got our pots, we got our rose bush, we got us some good soil, and we got us some good old cow waste. So first, I'm going to get a nice level in the bottom of my pot here. And you can kind of use this to gauge. You got to put it in there because you want it to sit just below the rim of your new pot. So you can kind of get an idea of where your level needs to be. So I'm pretty close, but I want to add a little bit more to it. So I'm going to get some of my dirt here, put a little bit more in there. There we go. And don't worry about if you don't have a shovel or a rake. You got the God-given rake and shovel right here. They work just fine. Who doesn't like to play in the dirt? And I'm going to take a little bit of my cow waste here, and I'm going to sprinkle that around the bottom. If you don't have cow waste, you can use a little mixture of Miracle-Gro, pour that in the bottom, or any other kind of fertilizer to give those roots something to grab onto, get them something to feed. All right, that'll be good. Now, sometimes I like to build up the dirt around the side, kind of give a layer to just around the sides here, so it gives some dirt for the roots to go into instead of being right back up against the edge of the pot. So I'll take a little water and give it just a little mist to get it to stay in place. All right, we're good to go now. All right, now comes time to repot. Now you can do this depending on the pot you're coming from. Some of them I can squeeze on it a little bit on the sides to make some airspace on them. This one's kind of a rough pot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my garden shovel and I'm just going to slide it in on the side, kind of making some airspace. And just go around. Now I don't want to hurt the roots I want it to be able to kind of slide on out. Okay. Since I'm dealing with a rose bush, they got some thorns, many different sizes, and they all hurt. So I'm gonna put my gloves on, and now I'm gonna hold the pot over my new one, and I'm gonna kind of try to let gravity do the work. Here we go. And see, about right. Now I want these roots to really take off. So I'm just going to scruff this up some and kind of pull some of this dirt off the edges and let it fall down in here. Now, if I can find the taproot, that's the main thing. Taproot is just the opposite of what's coming up the top. It's an extension of the stem that goes into the ground. So I want to get those tap roots on the very bottom that comes off this part here. I want them to get a good hold of the new soil. So they got some, this has got some good fresh fertilizer, and it's got some new soil, and plus we have its old soil that it's used to, so we minimize the shock. Now, Farmer's Almanac has 3 different classes of roses. They have what's called the old-fashioned or the heirloom, and this is one of those. This is Jackson Perkins. It's a peach colored, and it did very well last year through the end of the summer and through the winter. But the heirloom are roses that were introduced before 1867. And then you have the hybrid. And those are kind of like a new breed. They're engineered and made for either hardiness, fragrance, or color. And then we have what they categorize as the wild roses. They've been around for thousands of years, and they grow in the wild, and they've been able to get some and put them in gardens. So you got several different varieties, and you pick the one you want that best suits you. So this is sitting in there really well. It's right up at the right height. It's not above. So now you take the rest of the dirt out of this, put it in there, and we fill it in. I had my hole just about right, so the root ball was able to sit in the dirt I already had. And now we'll just add a little bit more mixture of some good fresh soil and some fertilizer. Another little tip, this one from pistol.com, talking about the root ball. And sometimes you have had a plant, mainly hanging baskets, and you went to water them, and all of a sudden the water just comes straight out the bottom of the pot. That means you got a root ball that has gone around the inside of the pot and produced channels to where the water just goes straight out through the bottom, and it doesn't sit and get soaked into the dirt. It's a good sign it's time to repot. All right, so we got some good fertilizer here. And we'll just keep putting it in here. Again, you can use your God-given shovel and rake to take care of this. All right, coming along here. It's looking good. Now I'll finish it off. Got some good fertilizer all the way around the bottom of the base of the roots here. So now all we got to do is just finish it off with some topsoil. That's it. You can get it anywhere. Some people might have a compost. You can make your own. That's some good stuff too. It works. Now we just want to give it a top coat where everything will come out okay. Alright, to help with this shock of being moved, I like to pour a little bit of Miracle-Gro around it. I found that it helps alleviate some of the shock. It helps the root ball set into the hole, and it just gives it a good start. Something else from epistlenursery.com talks about helping the root ball and the roots take hold. It's best that you find a nice shady place to keep this for the next week. It may start to wilt, it may start to look like it's going to die, but at least give it a week and then see where it works best. So here we go. Our pot is got some good holes in it, so we don't want it to get overfilled. Farmer's Almanac suggests that roses love wet weather. In fact, they like it where there's 90 inches of rain a year. So unless you're in the Pacific Northwest or in a rain garden, you're probably going to have to water your rose bush to keep that 90 inches. But too much water can kill them just as fast. So you always want to have a pot that's got good holes on the side so the water will drain. That extra water, if it doesn't set out, will cause root rot, and then that can also kill your rose bush. So after it's all done, you got it in a pot, you want to put it somewhere it's going to get some good sunlight. Like I was saying, this one did really good with morning sun and keeping the dirt moist. But you're going to have to see how your rose bush does in your area. You can read the card that usually comes with them, and it'll give some general ideas on what's the best way to keep them looking nice and where's the best place to put them. But you kind of have to experiment. See where it goes, see what it does best in. It may do real good in direct sunlight. You may have to keep it on a certain side of the house. But you're just going to have to play with it and experiment. So now we know how to take care of a rose bush. You can go to any store now and see a plant that you like, be a rose, a flower, a vegetable plant, and know that the time comes, you can take care of it and put it in a new pot. So I thank you and have a good day.